Well, after a little to do, we're there. Good morning, all. Good Lord. Just crazy this morning, like every other morning. Oh, dear. Well, let's see. Joshua is not up and about yet. Another 2 weeks, he says. Lord, he's been, what was surgery? 4 weeks ago? At least 4 weeks ago. Mercy. Proud Indian. Party time. Whoa! Mercy. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Hope you're all going to be with family. And if you're not with somebody you love, don't be alone. Please don't be alone. Go out, go out to a restaurant if you need to, and ask to join somebody else who's sitting alone. Don't be alone. Not a good day to be alone. October 4th. Oh, that's what, well, that's been 6 weeks, hasn't it? Two more, that's 2 months. Wow. Long recuperating time. Discerning observer. Hello, hello. Hello to you too. How are you doing, Father Fish? I'm doing okay. Um, my roommate is still in intensive care. Um, he's not eating, and they haven't got him up. So, but he's alert and fully cognizant, fully conscious, knows what's going on. His daughter's here visiting him every day. She'll be here for the next 3 weeks, according to her plans. So Joshua almost forgot tomorrow is Turkey Day. You're going to be stuck, aren't you? Hope you can invite somebody in, Josh. Get somebody in there. Buick. Thanks for the helpful information. You're welcome, Buick. And you need a wrench. Uh, Buick is now wrenched. Christina hit the likes. Correct. Where are we with the likes? One more. 10. We got, how many we have in here? 21. We got 10 likes. Get on the ball there, guys. Everybody click on the like for what it's worth. 19 viewers, 7 likes. Discerning observer. Hello, hello. I know. I know. Let's see. Oh, dear. Heal up, says Josh. Heal up. Well, they're going to make a new man out of him. Josh has had, I guess, ankle surgery. I don't know if left or right. It's an old war wound that they're trying to get healed so he can function like the strong young man he is. My mic keeps dropping off. How long's it been off? 5 holding out. What is that? 5 holding. Oh, 5. Right. Well, let's see where it is now. 19 and 22. Pretty good. We're a lot closer. Nice, guys. 3G. Hello, 3G. Christina Whitaker. Missed everyone. 2 sons got married this month. And all grandbaby Scorpios, fizzy, fizzy. Wow. 2 sons got married in the same month. Mercy. Was it a double wedding? I guess not, if she'd have said. Ah, that's pretty extraordinary, actually. I assume that was not planned, or maybe it was. Would kind of have to be, wouldn't it? Where are we in November? Yeah, it would kind of have to be. Well, congratulations, Christina. I hope they were. I hope they are joyous and remain so. Not long, Father Fish, says Joshua. Amen to that. Discerning observer. Just put Putty Tank pulling out the belt. Right, that's what it was. Vanoksky. Hello, Vanoksky. Nice to see you. Good to have you with us. Putty Tank. That's right. Putty Tank got a new. Putty Tank keeps changing names. Is now Discerning Observer, I think. Right. I keep losing track. Proud Indian. I use Powerhead to get rid of mulm off the sand, but the Powerhead failed due to abrasion. Any suggestions? Yeah, it sucked up sand. Well, put a sponge filter in. That'll work. It'll do just as well. Also, if you have a deep substrate and you're getting mulm, then your sand bed, your sand cap is not deep enough. Put another ½ inch to 1 inch of sand in the tank glass. Fox, hello, hello. What happens is the sand bed gets full, it gets clogged, and it moves through the sand into the dirt at a very slow rate. It does move, but it does it slowly. So if it's backed up, then you need to add a little more sand to allow that mulm to get into the sand and continue the process. It's a very natural phenomenon, and you can fix it by adding sand. Discerning observer. Just took putting. Oh, we did that, didn't we? Right. Fish Ranch Home. Hello, Fish Ranch Home. Fish Adventures. Gee, everybody's changing their name. I need to change my name. What would I change my name to? I can't even imagine. Where Dunlap had more sand. That's right. Carl. Hello, Carl. Nice to see you. Gonna turn Carl blue for the holidays. Nice to have you with us, Carl. Carl Guavin? Roman Chirac, proud Indian. If you had your power head low in the aquarium, maybe it was picking up sand. Try keeping it near the top. Yeah, that's almost certainly what happened. It'll grind itself to death. Take it apart, clean out all the parts, clean out the impeller. You need to pull the impeller out, clean it real good, put it back in, and then it's uncommon for these systems to pull up sand, but they can do it if you've got it really close to the bottom, and there is not enough openings at the bottom. It can suck up sand, and that almost undoubtedly is what happened. Jason Holmes. Hello, Jason. Nice to have you with us. We're going to make Jason blue. Give Jason a wrench. Nice to have you with us, Jason Holmes. ADHD. There she is. Nice to see you, lady. She's at work this morning, so Emily is not able to come up and be with us, but we're delighted to have her chiming in. She posted a video recently about a shipment of fish that I sent her. 5 Ellisum Everglade eye pygmy sunfish, and I think 5 green sailfin mollies. It got lost, sent it UPS because I thought it would be a better service. It was not. It got lost and took, I don't know, 10 days, 11 days to get there. 2 Ellisoma survived. Glory. So I offered to make it good and send her another shipment. We agreed to split the shipping. And then she put another order in. So the girl is being very nice to me. And I appreciate it. And I am going to, what am I going to do? I am going to bless her with not only the fish she ordered, but lots of plants. So she's going to have a lot of nice plants besides. So much appreciate. So much appreciate your kindness, ADHD. Emily. Now, what is going on here? Old dirty Sandman, dirty discerning observer, Christina, put a big sponge on my intake so it doesn't eat my babies. Good idea. That works really well. You shipped it on the 12th, got here the 22nd. Yeah, 10 days. Terrible, wasn't it? Just terrible. Scott, what did HDA say to, I don't know what. Scott needs a wrench. Ah, right. Scott is beyond wrenchhood. Scott is a paying member of the team. A supporting member, I should say. A supporting member of the team. One of those few and mighty who really do keep this show on the road. I no longer have the shop and was not able to get out from under it with very many nickels in the bag. It did not turn out well financially as it terminated. So I'm still doing this and still selling online and still needing to maintain a side income in order to be able to afford the rubber bands for my ponytail. Appreciate you guys. Especially appreciate Scott. Thank you so very much. Let's see. That's my father fish. You're such a delight you are, Emily. Yeah, UPS killed. Who said that? Where is it? Killed my guppies on purpose, says Christina. They probably did. Roman, are you drilling tanks today, Emily? Discerning observer. Needs to stay Father Fish. Yeah, I don't know what I would change it to. I can't even imagine. I mean, how do you change Father Fish's name? Just doesn't make sense, does it? Now, I did create a new channel using my real name, course, this is my real name here. Uh, uh, I've been called Father Fish for so many years. I answered to it, but I don't know what that means exactly. Father, yay, here. I do. And I am, I correct some people sometimes. Lou, oh, it's Father. Hi. Like that. Uh, Scott is praising Emily's fish room and airdrops. It is remarkable, is it not? Maple Street. Hello, Maple Street. Delighted to have you here this morning. Wonderful to have you with us. Maple Street, for those of you who don't know, shame on you. You not only need to know, you need to subscribe to Maple Street. Probably the most effective native fish keeper in YouTube, in the fish tube. Just utterly remarkable. Has a fish room almost exclusively of natives. Native to his own Missouri, is it? I've forgotten. Or Michigan. Or neither. I don't remember. Tell me. I think it's Missouri. Native to his own environs. And just some magnificent stuff. I'm looking over here and seeing 88. Emily has a long message. We'll have to get to it. Says, I started cracking them. Oh dear. Drill bits got dull, so we ordered new bits. Gonna build a fry rack today. Yeah, that drilling tank thing is tricky. I started drilling tanks. Lord, when was it? There was a shop that opened in Glen Burnie. Golly. What was I doing and when? Must have been in about 85, 86. I think. Might have been before, but I don't think it was. I think that's when it was. 85, 86. He drilled all of his tanks in the shop, and he took like 15 minutes to drill a tank. He had water dripping on it. It was, and of course, it was sitting on a press with the tank blocked in. And I started doing it then, not all that long ago. That's what, 35 years ago. I never really tried to drill a tank before that. Didn't want to spend the money on a bit mainly. A diamond bit. Did it for a while, didn't like it. Worked at a farm for a while that had to drill, all the tanks were drilled. It was kind of neat because they were able to clean their tanks manually, without, just by pulling a plug. Or pulling an overflow. They had an overflow that reached to the top of the tank. So he pulled that out, drained the tank, plugged it back in, and kept going. Pretty slick. I didn't want to do that. I created instead a system that allowed me to maintain the water level, even with water coming in, to maintain it at or near the top. And have essentially a continuous flow in the system of water coming in and water going out, like an overflow, only with a siphon that was broken at the top, allowing it to simply overflow through a T. T with the T with a T in the shape of in the position of an E, if you will, without the top and the bottom bar, so that the top opening remained open and the water flowed out of the center arm of the T. That's all too confusing. Watch the video, it explains it all. Oh dear. Not even halfway done, she says. Lord, that's going to be an astounding fish room, isn't it? Brr. Paying subs. ADHD. I'll have to look at this. I'm not. It should show up. I don't know. I'm not sure why Scott's the only one who shows up. I will check on that. It's okay to crack. I'm just glad I didn't attempt it with my fish in them. Well, that would have been a good trick. Oh, interesting. Word Dunlap says the bits have become inexpensive thanks to man made industrial diamonds. Yeah, it was kind of expensive back then. They were, I don't remember how much they were. I don't remember. 40 or 50 bucks or something. Molson, some heaters are preset at 78. Da-da-da-da. Talking about preset heaters. There are no stupid questions. Who said that? Roman. Oh, well. Okay, Roman. I'll give you that. The only stupid question's one you never ask. Stupid question here, but are heaters needed in aquariums or would they just stay at the temperature of the house? Agreed, Molson. Molson 2889. That is indeed a stupid question. ADHD handled it well, I thought. Heaters are heaters needed in aquariums, or would they just stay at the temperature of the house? Glory. Explain yourself, Molson. Did he say anything else down here? He said thank you. That maybe is the best answer. Pretty good. Naval Strait. It really depends on the fish you keep. We have 30-ish tanks, no heaters. Some get down in the 50s. Like I said, it depends on the fish and what they require. Well, there you go. Absolutely right. Ooh, Michael Abello is here. He made it into YouTube. Congratulations, Michael. Michael is one of the stalwarts in the Tampa Bay Aquarium Society. He was involved in a big auction they had. How long has it been now? About a month ago, 3 weeks ago, I guess, that I attended. He was at the Venice Club recently, and I bragged on him. Said he put it on. He said, "No, I just lined up the donations." He contacted all of the farms in the area and was able to convince them to make donations to the club for the auction. It was a magnificent auction, beautifully done, really well done. So, welcome, Michael. Michael has been here through Facebook in the past, but we've not been able to acknowledge him, are now happy to do so, and have given him a wrench. So you're going to turn blue pretty soon here, Mike. The bits have become inexpensive. We did that. Let's see. Oh dear. Snake Piskin. My heater broke in my shop and the tank up below 50, and my blue paradise gourami lived just fine. Well, damn. I really don't like paradise. Yeah. It might have died. You could have been lucky. Demonstrates the incredible. Whoops. Something turned green over here. Oh, there we go. ADHD is now a new member. There she is. Thank you, Emily. You're a dear. I got totally sidetracked there. All right, let's get out of this heater business. The word Dunlap says preset heaters belong in the trash. Yeah, you know what the problem is? They're preset to 78, which typically is too low for a betta. So the little tiny tank or little bowl that you would put one in, it doesn't heat it up warm enough to make a difference. So I kind of agree with you. Where Dunlap, they are relatively worthless. Oh, she has a little betta next to her. Is that what that is? I can't tell. It's so small. Cute, cute, cute. Discerning observer, Amazon no name heaters are worse than preset. In one tech, I had it set it to 57 to get to 73. There's that problem as well. I bought some 400 watt heaters once, some Chinese dudes that were dirt cheap, and they were about that effective, about as effective as dirt. They I don't know what the problem was exactly, but they never heated up. I couldn't get them to raise the temperature a degree. They somehow, whether they never heated the coil, well, they never heated the coil. Whether it was because they were disconnected or whether the capacitor didn't allow enough energy through, whatever it was, they were a piece of trash. And that's what I did, save the tubes. Oh, there's a good trick. I never got to do this on video, but let me explain to you how to remove the rubber plug from a heater tube. It's not all that hard to do. Let's see if I got one here. I probably don't have one I can demonstrate. Well, first of all, if you got one like this, then you need to get the head off first. And that can be a good trick and might very well break it in the process. You have to kind of pull it and twist it. There we go. I got it, sort of. All right. Okay, there's that part of it, including, see, it's got a wire in it. Then what you need to do is you roll this bugger up. To get that off, then, and this is where it gets tricky, I use a screwdriver or a knife. And what you want to do is press against the rubber. Do not touch the glass. You basically want to break this free, and you can see it breaking free. As you do this, you're just pressing in against the rubber, and you'll see it coming loose. It takes a little while to do it. Do not touch the glass. Can you see what it's done there? See the air gap? Just keep doing that. There it is. See it? Air gap. Can you see that? Keep doing that. I'm going to quit doing it because I'll break it. Keep doing it all the way around. And once you're there, then you can pull on the wire or grab it with a pair of pliers and start pulling up. Do it gently, slowly, carefully, and you'll be able to get it. It'll work. And then once you get it off, then now I can't get this back on, of course. So I've managed to thoroughly screw it up. Hey, crap. Well, never mind. When I need to use it, I'll fix it. Anyway, it's a good trick and it works real well. Once you get it off, then you can look at it and figure out what the problem is. Usually, what happens is the wire that contacts, turning it the wrong way, the wire that Well, it just dropped and I probably broke it. Make a total disaster here. You would not believe my fish room. It's sheer chaos. I'm in a room about 1/3 the size of what I need. Now what am I picking? Having a lot of trouble here today. Oh. Anyway, once you pull it out, probably what you'll see is a disconnected wire. You can solder that back together or crimp it if you don't have a soldering iron. It's best to solder it. You can super glue it back together. That works as well. And that usually will fix the problem. It usually burns out right there at that contact, right where the wire from the coil is touching the works. And then you've saved your heater till it burns out again. How many fish can I keep in a round tank? Mercy, we're going from bad to worse here. Well, we're not going to ask the obvious question or make the obvious comment. How many fish can you keep in a round tank? We're going to avoid the obvious observation. And we're going to think about this. Fish in a round tank. A round tank. That's like this. How many fish can you put in a round tank? I think it's too early in the morning. My brain's not working real well. I want to say one fish in a round tank. That's all you can do. You can only put one fish in a round tank. And why is that? He said. Why is that? Ward Dunlap says. I don't know, Ward Dunlap. You tell me why that is. How many fish can you put? I'm going to throw it back at you. How's that? How many fish, Ward Dunlap, can you put in a round tank? Answer your own question for us, because I'm sure you got something in mind. Michael, wasn't Jim Fish and I responsible for your name, Father Fish, back in the early days? You betcha. You betcha. Michael wants me to tell the story. It's a great story. You want to come up and tell it, Michael? Can you, if you got a camera there? I don't know what you're on, your phone or something. I never posted the link. Let me do that. What in the world? Let's see. I'll put it over here. I'm going to answer this question, unless I can get Michael up here to answer it. I posted the link. Did we do? Where it is, right? We got it. Fluval makes excellent products, says Snake. Okay. Naresh, Father Fish, water system. Oh, very good, Naresh. Thank you. A little back there, but that's good. Explains how I avoided drilling tanks. And then it was Word Dunlap, how many fish can I keep in a round tank? And Emily says, the shaft. Oh dear, we're not going to be able to do this. 922. Of the diamond hole saws also bend easily, so they set in the drill crooked at an mercy. 922. Angle, angel, and they bump when you try to drill, and that's what's cracking them. Aha. What's that swirl? What is she talking about? Jeremy, nice work, Michael. True. Going to tell the story here. I'm just going to wait and see if Michael comes up. J Rock. ADHD upgraded membership to Tarpon is now green, which means she ought to be showing up as green. What's a Tarpon she has? She says. It's a membership level, is what it is. Is a Tarpon cute? About as cute as you? Well, I don't want to say that because she's a lot cuter than a Tarpon. Is a Tarpon cute? You make it cute, Emily. Will you start wearing the Santa hat after Thanksgiving? Yeah, I think I'm going to have to buy a new one because I don't think I can find it, but I will do that. Misfit has loaded us up with a $10 super chat. Thank you, Misfit Reptiles and Aquatics, for your generosity. Very nice. Yeah, I'm going to start. I will get the Santa hat. Roman says, I've seen other YouTubers have a similar problem with drilling when they purchase cheap bits. The inexpensive ones don't last that long. Snake, convex, and juice cichlids. Do they need heat all the time, or can they go without one in my house at 70 degrees? Yeah, absolutely. Those are fish that can take colder temperatures. I upgraded from a betta to a tarpon, but I don't know what a tarpon is. Oh, let's see. We'll have to get a picture of one. A tarpon is a big game fish that comes into shallow water here in tarpon fish. We want images. Let's see if we got a picture of one. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Check this out. There is a tarpon jumping out of the water. And they get pretty good size, like 4 to 5 feet or more. They can get even much bigger. There's one jumping out of the water. Let's see if we can. Now, how do we get back? Oh, right there. There's a tarpon right there. Tarpon. So, I don't know if you'd call that cute. It's kind of big to be cute. They get very big. And I don't think they're particularly edible. But it is a monster fish. So there you go, Emily. What did I do? There we are. And now we got to get back to me. Hi. I sometimes get lost that way, don't I? Wind up posting the chat. Yeah, Emily says I bought 4 of the cheap ones. At first, they did great until they got crooked and wore out. Ordered a few different kinds. Top fin, Snake Pliskin saying top fin is trash. Yeah, pretty cheap. Lacy fins made alive again. Hello, Lacy fins. Keep a spare heater and keep a spare thermostatic controller. Really good idea, Word Dunlap. If you will plug your heater into, you can even gang them in to a thermostatic controller so that they come on. Actually, you can't do that, can you? I mean, you can, but if all the tanks are the same size, you can do it. Actually, you could do it if you have different wattages based on the size of the tank. It gets a little complicated, but thermostatic controllers are good, except I had one once in a 200-gallon tank that had big, foot-long frontosa, a breeding colony of frontosa. And I put this very expensive metal heater in the tank with a thermostat, a probe in the tank. And the probe fell out. And the tank overheated. to about 105 degrees. And the fish were all like, not moving. And I started putting water in to drop the temperature, and they all died. Boom, boom, boom. Lost every one of them. So I quit using it at that point. Or tape it on, make sure it cannot fall out. Reaching the best kind of heater I can get for the fish room. Yeah, that's the best bet, is to heat the room, not the tank. Scott tarpon is an awesome sportsman fish. They can get up to 200 pounds. You can find them in the Florida Keys. They jump like crazy when hooked. They're wonderful. And the liveness subject, lacy fins. Missed what that is. I made a live again. Lacey is saying, in a subject the wife was just arguing last night, worms. Oh, okay. Yeah, we did worms on the thumbnail this morning. A thumbnail worm pile. Rohan, this is good. Actually, I got that faulty heater back. Snake. Fluvels are very nice heaters. Never had a problem. Emily, look at Fatherfish taking apart a submersible heater. That's all the way back there. Woo. Okay, she got that figured out. I don't mind breaking it. Well, if you break it, you can't reuse it is the problem. So you break it if you touch the glass. If you touch the glass, you break it. You have to be careful. You can put as much pressure on it as you want, so long as you do not touch the glass. Grossed out, Lacey Finn's wife, by vinegar eels and micro and detritus worms. Try explaining it's good food for babies. Okay, they're cute. Hamlet says. Jeremy, heater malfunction's always been the worst killer of fish. Yep, Lacey Fins. She tried to argue it's live food and all live food will cause parasites. It's just her way of making excuses for something she doesn't like. Well, no, she probably believes that. Show the video. I have a parasite video. Probably the best video I ever did. It's yet to get 500 views, which demonstrates the thoroughgoing corruption of the YouTube algorithm. It is deeply flawed, deeply flawed, even to the extent of favoring big YouTubers and shadow banning small YouTubers. Just anyway, get off on that. Yeah, show her the parasite video. Somebody post that link if you got it. It's a great video and really talks about parasites in very generous terms and kindly terms. Let's see. I'm trying to get to the bottom so I can get back to Michael's question because I want to do that. 20 neons. Here we go. In a 16-gallon wine jug. 16-gallon wine jug. That's a big bugger. That's a big wine jug. Glass? Wow. You could put more in it. You could put 100 in it. You could put 100 neons in that. That would be cool. Depending on how big the round tank is, if it's 5,000 gallons, then maybe you can put 2 fish in. I think what I was getting at is when you put a fish in a round tank, it doesn't know where the sides are. And so it becomes essentially insane. And if you have 2 of them, they become mad and they fight to the death. It's actually not true. but it's a curious thought. I think ADHD is right. Emily's right. Jay Oliver, good morning. Fish family. Hope everyone doing well and staying healthy. Me too, Jay Oliver. Told her those farms are small or smaller than the parasites. Well, you can tell her that. Whatever you think she'll believe. So here it is. Oh, that's the link, right? Tell her that. The genius of parasites. There's the link. Show her that. I had a dog with giant roundworms. Oh, dear God. I calibrated the back of my hand to check tank temperatures. Not a bad idea. I want to get past we're done lap there. That's too weird. I've been to Robbie's to pay homage to the fishing gods, backwater fishing. Want a 16-gallon wine jug? What the heck? Yeah. Anyway, you can cram in a 10-gallon. Or any fish that'll be comfortable, and 20 maybe would do good. Maybe 30 neons, 20 shrimp. That's a good combination. I have a round tank too small for any fish. I call it a bowl, GRB. Mermaid's Chorus. Hello. Work up late. Missed most of this, but we're going to hang out a little. Nice to see you, Mermaid's Chorus. Have you seen the 20 or 30-gallon fish bowls? I have not. Okay, here we go. We're at the end of it. We're going to do LaBello's question because it's cool. Jim, GYM Fish, a friend of Mike's, I met nearly 20 years ago. I had a little fish room in my double wide in, that was 25 years ago, probably. Yeah, about that, long in there. More than 20 years ago. Had a fish room in a double wide trailer in a trailer park in Venice, actually Nokomis, Florida. And talked about it. It was online with it, Facebook, I guess. I don't remember. A couple of guys up in Tampa, young Turks, a couple of teeny boppers, caught wind of it, wanted to come down and see it. Couldn't drive, so they inveigled their uncle, Michael LaBello by name, to bring them down. He did that, and they fell in love with the place. Michael came back and brought Jim, and they visited routinely. On one occasion, Jim had occasion to use the facilities. And in the process, he wandered through my ornate trailer. And he found a picture. It was a photograph of me, which I got here somewhere, about that big. I don't know where it is. Sitting in a pile somewhere, probably in storage, of me in clerical garb. Because I, at one point, in a prior evolution, was a cleric. I was a United Methodist pastor who worked as a missionary with deaf people. So I learned to sign. He came out and he said, "Father Fish." It just kind of blew right across his brain. Well, nobody else knew what he was talking about. I did, of course, and he did. And it became a private joke. So when I attended the Tampa Club meeting, "Father Fish is here." Who is what? Who what? So then finally the word got out what that was, and people began calling me Father Fish. And that's the story. And it's kind of a delightful one, and it is fun. And it does explain, yes, indeed, father was a father. Right. I also had a daughter, so I was twice over a father. There you go. Oh, Michael can't figure it out. You click on the link. Work on it, Michael. I'll post the link again. Post there. Click on that link, and it'll take you to, if you're on your phone, it's probably tricky. It'll take you to StreamYard, um, which you then have to open, and it'll bring you up. You'll be able to get there. We'll do it. I want to get you up here, Mike. And now that you finally got over here, I'm delighted to get you up. Michael keeps telling me how cool I look with the beard and hair. You ought to see him. Talk about cool. He's got a beard to die for. It is what is that? What would you call that? I'm sure it's a style. I don't know. It's a big square beard. Michael's a big guy. So it's pretty impressive stuff. A vintage carboy. eBay has a vintage carboy. That's a big jar. ADHD. Father Fish is here, right? Like that. Father Fish times 2. FFX2. I could change my name to that. That would confuse everybody. I hit the bottom. Look at that. Mermaid's Chorus. Good morning. Good morning. Let's see. We're back here on Friday at 8:30 in the evening. Sunday at 6 in the evening with Mary Page. Friday with here Fishy. And then Monday and Wednesday. Oh, boy, myself. Wannabe. I've been thinking about doing Discord on live stream. And I kind of haven't figured out how to do it. Let me show you what I have in mind briefly, since we have brief moments. What is today? Wednesday? Jesse's not going to be here today, so we can run over a bit. All right, so here it is. This is Discord. Now, you can almost read the comments. We are in, let me walk you through it. Where are we? Up top it says notes. Oh yeah, that's my notes. I have this link I posted for myself called Genome Comparison Rockfish Species. And it's all about how this class of fish age, called a rockfish. All right, so let's move down a bit. You see over here, follow the yellow brick road. Follow the arrow. The top is the direct messages, DMs. Nobody is there. This, however, if I click on it, is the list of all of the people with whom I direct message. And there are a bunch of them. And then there are 7 online that I am not DMing with, I think, or maybe I am. Yeah, I am. These are the ones who are online that I'm DMing with. Then we drop down here, and this is the server. And it has several categories. The top one is useful information. And then Father Fish YouTube. And then Fish Help. And then Natural Aquariums. And then Featured Channels. And then Member Channels. Somebody, oh, Michael, he's in, but, oh, he's there. Look at this. We got him. Look at that. Here, I'm going to jump back. There he is. You figured it out. Good job. Look at that beard.
What are you bragging about this thing for?
Probably I'm wrong.
Yours looks better.
Stunning. And yours does, actually.
So, great story. You left a few pieces out, but that's okay.
Well, you're welcome to tell them. I mean,
well, no, it's too arduous. but I am outside.
That means hard for those in Rio Linda.
I'm outside looking over 2 of my 4 poly tanks, 2 that I got from you. I'll do a little pan, but
Please
don't criticize the Visqueen. I woke up this morning. I must have had quite a bit of wind last night, so it's a little bit out of sorts. So I'm gonna have to get on that as soon as we're done here. Okay.
Yeah, we got a
So
little
here we go. You
cold.
ready?
Yeah,
Here we go.
Do it. Oh, so cool. Oh, you've got it tinted. That's cool, Michael. Oh, I
This
like
one,
it.
this one was yours.
Right.
That one over there was yours. So that's a
Right.
a vanilla orchid I have growing from one of the tanks to the second to the third, and it's
Nice.
pretty cool. So, and I got all kinds of filtration.
Are those containers that the brown containers filters?
Say that one more time.
The brown containers, are they filters?
Yeah, those are the rain barrels that I converted over to filtration.
Oh, how cool.
I have 4 different systems applied here.
Right.
This is an outside one. That's
Yep.
an inside one with some really interesting spray areas that I drilled in the rain barrel. That one over there has my spinos in it. Everyone's, of course, cold.
Spin-off system. Right.
The temperature in this little tent is probably around. Are you there?
Yeah.
I lose you.
I'm just no.
There you
I'm
are.
here.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm
here.
losing battery, so I have a few more minutes. But the temperature in here is probably, even though there's a lot of gaps, it's probably 10 degrees warmer than it is outside. The ambient temperature outside, I think, is probably 51, 2, 3 here in Tampa.
It was cold this morning. Yeah.
Yeah. And thank you for that story you told about the donations for the club for the auction. Just to tie that up, I found out that week that the person who was supposed to take care of the donations misunderstood his duty. He was the head of the aquaculture lab. He did a talk for us. The talk was on the evolution of fish sex. It was pretty interesting.
That's right. Very good.
Yeah, Craig Watson, and unbeknownst to all of us, we thought he was going to spearhead it, but no big deal. I found out about it Monday when I called that Monday prior to the auction, when I called him just to see what they were donating and what else he had gotten together from the other farms. And I didn't know I was. And then I had to scramble that Monday and Tuesday. I got 10 or 12 farms.
Job, Michael. That was
Say it
amazing.
again.
You did a wonderful job.
Thank you. And that wasn't the half of it. We got probably 100 and something bags of donated fish from all the big farms and little farms in the Tampa Bay, Plant City, Waimama area. And what Lou left out was I was also in charge of the auction as far as the auctioneers, which I'm usually the auctioneer on a few of the clubs, Venice, Coastal, Tampa, Pasco County. But anyway, I digress.
I kicked them out of Venice.
That's okay. Listen, I have a long drive home from Venice. The last thing I want to do is deal with all you guys down there. You're pains in the butts. But anyway, I love you all. But to tie that story up, I had to get together, I think, 6 auctioneers for that day, which we really didn't need them all because the auction only went for what, Lou? 3 hours, 4 hours? What was it?
Yeah, it was about 4 hours.
We had close to 600 bags of fish.
5 hours. It was 5 hours.
We had almost six. Right. Yeah. We had about 600 bags of fish, and we were averaging 3 bags a minute. I mean, we were really popping it out. And
Yeah.
the donated fish. Let me just add this, and I'll quit telling any more stories here because my battery's ready to die. But the donated fish from the farms, I kind of led with, we're really looking for cool stuff that you don't see in the stores, and just hit that everyone with that, and they were all in, like, well, yeah, we got stuff that you just don't see. So everyone, all the farms, Seagrist, everyone's Mike Girardi over at Imperial
Yeah.
Imperial Tropical. Gosh, they all escape my brain right now. But anyway, they all gave cool stuff from goldfish to cichlids in Central and South America,
Yeah. It was
fish from Africa. Everyone was impressed with the donated fish, but I was impressed with the fish that people brought from around the state, from their fish rooms, which were some exotic stuff. I mean, there was a guy, I think he came from Jacksonville, Michael Jordan, I believe his name was. He brought, I don't know, Lou, maybe a dozen Plecos that were what, 10
that was
to 12,
amazing.
13.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, all these, they all went for like 150, $200 a piece. I was amazed.
That's right.
And each one of these Plecos were between, I'm guessing 9 and 12, 13 inches, Lou. Is that about right?
Yeah, they were big. They were big.
Yeah.
We're not little babies.
No. And they were cool. They're all different, and just I never seen that.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. But listen, I got to get back to this structure, and
Thank
I'm
you,
gonna.
Michael. Wonderful. Delighted to be able to introduce you.
Thank you. I'm just glad I was able to figure it out. I'm not very technosexual. Hell, I'm not even metrosexual.
You did well. You did
Thank
well.
you, Lou.
Good
Take
to
care,
see you,
folks. I'll check in again in the next few days with you, buddy.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Good friend, Michael. Nice to have you here. There he is. There he goes. He doesn't know how to shut it down. That's all right. He'll figure it out. I'm going to kick him. That'll do it. There he is. Gone. Too Coley for Scully is here. Love seeing your tubs. Yeah, nice, aren't they? When I click this, does it say Father Fish? Yeah, I guess. I don't know what you mean. Yeah, neat setup, Mike. Thanks so much for coming up, Michael. He spent months trying to figure out how to get on YouTube. And he's been following us on Facebook for months. Finally got on. Just delighted to have him here. Lacey Fins, our fish club recently had a lady doing a pistogramma presentation. Surprised she didn't mention that they split off from other cichlids like Africans when Pangea split into the continents we know. Not many people talk about that, Lacey. Pangea is almost a verboten subject, and it is pretty ancient. I mean, you're talking about many millions of years ago. Hard to wrap our brains around that kind of time frame. But there are some, if you ever study Pangea, it is fascinating because it demonstrates that the Sahara Desert was part of what is now South America, that they were all kind of glommed together. And the riverbed can be traced from the mouth of the Amazon through the Sahara, I guess, into what is now the Red Sea or something. Or maybe it's the Pacific. I don't know. Anyway, pretty cool stuff. All right. What did we leave out? Hellrider, you may need to create an account on Discord. You can download. Yeah. Oh, Hellrider's having trouble joining Discord. You need a link. Let me get a current link. I can do here. I'll show you this. Watch me do it. I'm going to go up to click on FatherFish server, then go down to invite people, and then click on where it says send a server invite link. Click on copy, close that out, come back over here and post that link right there like that. And there it is. Right there. The Discord, that's a current Discord invitation. So click on that. It'll get you right there. Hellrider, don't know how to thank you, Father Fish. Send some pics of my 3 fish tanks on Discord, which are deep substrate and doing great. You betcha. Looking forward to it. Amazing, good job. Emily says to Hellrider, you should be able to click on Father Fish's name and select and DM him. Yeah, put him in pics. What's it called now? Let me get over there and look at it. If you scroll down to scroll too far. Photos, there it is. Photos and videos. Bob May's got one. There are a bunch of them. 3 pounds of fish, harlequin, roseboro. I don't know why it's not coming up. That's curious. Let's see if we see. This is Tish's hospital tank. That's Tish's Nerite snail. Oh, this is Rohan's backyard, complete with cow and TV tower in the back. Look at this beautiful, laconic, rural scenery. How nice. This is in the foothills of the Himalayas. I want you to know. What is that? And look, I guess they're rocks. That's Rohan's. He has vats. Those are all Rohan's vats with all his plants. This is a tank gossamer. I shamed Gossamer into buying this tank. Isn't it stunning? 30 gallon or something. Bow front. Nice tank. And lots more pictures. Lots of pictures. This is Captain Flyfish's tannin tank. Nice, isn't it? So yeah, come on over to Discord. There's so much fun to be had. It's really a kick in the head. All right. We're 10 after 9. Let's see what else we got here. To-do. A lady fans, ADHD. She used some of Tom's epistogramma page pics with owner's permission. Had some stuff he didn't want recorded. Oh, well. Gotta watch that stuff. I try to only use pics that are either free or people I know. It is, you can get in trouble with that. I had a friend who was using pictures from a big fish farm, a local one, using them on his retail site. So he took pictures from somebody else to sell that fish on his site, and he got his butt in a sling over it. Appropriately so. So he wound up doing the smart thing and buying a batch of pictures that he can use without any difficulty. Topic at 9:47 from DL Myth. All right, we'll go back to it. 9:47 DL Myth. There it is. Good morning, he says. Finally made it to a stream. My clown loach's ick is gone, but it took 6 days at 86 to 88. First time seeing ick. Don't ever want to repeat that problem. Clown loaches are uniquely susceptible to ick. Man, I've seen them get it so thick you can't see the bars. And of course, at that level, they don't come back from it. If you get clown loaches, put them in a tank that has 83 to 85 degree water. Kick the temperature up because they're going to get ick. And you're going to have to push the temperature up anyway to get rid of it. I don't know what it is. It's a scaleless fish. So I guess they're just uniquely accessible, if you will, to the ick parasite. It just climbs onto them. It's amazing. They're like a magnet for ick. And it'll wipe them out. I mean, if you miss it for 2 or 3 days, 4 days, they're gone. You're not going to get them back. You got to catch it very quickly because they're just every ick parasite that's born in there will glom on to the clown loaches. So yeah, glad you got them back. It does take a long time to get it off too. Get that heat up there, put it up there, keep it up there. 86 degrees is not going to hurt any fish except if Maple Street's still here. He he uh, uh, he could tell you any of the native cold water fish are not going to tolerate that temperature. But any tropicals, semi-tropicals really won't have a problem with it. The temperate fish zone fish will. So if you get ick with sunfish or darters or some other some other temperate zone fish, you're going to need to treat with chemicals or salt. Salt works just fine. It's very effective. I've got a formula for it over on Discord. You can find it there. Basically, 2 tablespoons per gallon. And it'll take care of it. That's what the Florida uh, Aquaculture Lab recommends to farmers because when they get a nick outbreak, it's in a very large container, too large to heat. So they have to use something else, and salt works very effectively. As I said, there are instructions over there for being able to do that. All right, let me get back down to the bottom. Hellrider, you don't have a wrench, you do now. Oh, that's interesting. Tam Shepard. You can click on the dot underneath the link and set it not to expire after 7 days. Did not know that. Cannot upload pics. That's because you're not turned green yet. Let me see if I can find you. Let me find you, ADHD. See if you're on the bottom. Okay, you need to sign in. Say something. So we can give you. We need to give you a ticket. We need to turn you green. So type something in so we can find you. Here it is. Okay, gotcha. Right here. Roll. This is Ajinkya is now Snook, and you may now post videos or pics. Hellrider. Okay. We've got you in here. I've given you I've turned you green. You're a Snook. You can now post in Discord. They'll look forward to seeing your offerings. And yeah, let's see. I can show you these. This is what he this is what he posted in as a DM, but it's going to also show up. Nice. Back up a little bit. Nice looking tank. I would substantially increase plants. I see you've got what looks like duckweed and riccia at the top. That's very nice. Get some more plants going in there. If you can get more of this val, get a real good stand of it. Um, uh, Anacharis, anything that's going to grow quickly. You need something to jump up. You got Java moss down there. That's good too. It looks like Java fern. Um, yeah, the plants look great. You just need more of them. Fish look very healthy. Looks like a nice, healthy tank. I like your sponge filter. I guess you turned it off for the occasion. Very good. Good job. All right. Let's see. Oh, here's another tank. He's got. Oh, here we go. Here's a nice one. This is his third tank. That looks really cool. I like it. Like it a lot. Whoa. Get over here. Look at that. Yeah, that's the valve growing on the. I really like that look. People are talking. We've been talking about trimming it. I really don't like to trim it. I don't. You know, the concern is that it blocks sunlight. I really don't believe it, or light. Really don't believe it blocks enough to make any difference. Um, and the canopy effect is, I think, it's wonderful. Aesthetically, it's very pleasing. I'll put it that way. Nice. Ajinkya? Ajinkya, yes. All right. So we're just killing time here. I lost track of what I'm doing. Here we are. Let me get back over. Yeah, it got upgraded to Snook. We did that. Christina, created my own formula for keeping cold water minnows alive up to 90 degrees with a combo of extra air. Yeah, that'll work. Had to for a fishing channel. Yeah, a lot of air will do it. DL meth, keep temperature to 80, 82. DL meth, the the Raphael and Biker are going to be okay with 86. They're semi-tropical fish. They don't have a problem with it. Well, all right. Yeah, I do too, Rohan. Like the canopy. Ambulio, yeah, that's a nice canopy too. GRB. All right. Okay. Val is 4 feet long in a 55. Yeah, that's I do too. I've had some 6 foot, and they're wonderful. Okay, I think we're gonna draw a line in the sand here, guys. Appreciate you being here. Been fun to be with you. Had a nice day. First ram egg saw last night. Good job, Lacey Fens. Leave them in there now. When they hatch, leave them in there. The parents will take care of the wigglers. Once they come off the bottom and start swimming, you need to get either the babies or the parents out that day. The next day they're going to be gone, and the parents will have another nest a day or two later. So once those babies are up and swimming, what you can do is you can siphon off a bunch of them into a separate container and feed them separately. Microworm culture is great. The very fine, and I have some here somewhere. The very fine, here it is, golden pearl. This is a powder for larval size animals. That'll work really well. You can feed that. You can feed microworm. You can feed vinegar eels. Lots of things the babies will take to be able to get them growing. And then get them on brine shrimp after about a week. But do either take the parents out or take the babies out and raise them separately and feed them separately. I think in the wild, the babies are just gone. They can get out of the way, which allows the parents then to sort of, chase them off and do a new nest. In a closed container, they've got to get them out of the way, and they just wind up eating them all. So don't let that happen. Freaky Fish Lady, hello, hello, and goodbye all. Mermaids Chorus, have a good Thanksgiving, otherwise a blessed day. Absolutely. And God bless you all. Nice to be here. Wonderful to be with you. We're going to start a new little tune here and scoot on. Moving right along. Wonderful day, everybody. Love you all. Thanks, Michael, for coming up. Thank you all the folks who have been with us today. God bless you all. Yeah.